Welcome, welcome, welcome to the SuccessibleSHE podcast. I am Dorothy Kuhn, your host, and I help women overcome shocked response syndrome and transform yourself from stewing, shouting, shrinking, or shunning those who disrespect you, who don't appreciate you, who don't help you when you need it, to standing up for yourself with an immediate response they respect and can respond to positively. And today with me is the wonderful Amber Briggle. And Amber is a business owner here in my wonderful town of Denton, Texas, just 30 minutes north of DFW Airport. And she owns a business that has been seriously affected by the whole shutdown from coronavirus. And one of the things that we talked about earlier this week was ways for her business to pivot. And she is an action gal. And I can't wait for you to hear more from Amber and how to take care of yourself in a time when you can't go to get your massages on a regular basis or even occasionally right now. So Amber, tell us about you.
Hi, Dorothy. Thank you so much for inviting me. I know we've been talking about this for months, and now I finally have the time because I'm sitting at home. So thank you so much. My name is Amber Briggle. My pronouns are she, her, hers, and I am the owner of Soma Massage Therapy in Denton, Texas. We are literally in the business of touching people. It's kind of hard to stay 6 feet away from folks when you are a massage therapist. And because literally the only thing we sell, we don't have any merchandise. We don't do any spa retail products. The only thing we sell is physical touch. We've been severely impacted by this shutdown, and I'm just trying to do anything I can to take care of my massage therapists who I care about deeply. And I've always built my business model that if you care for your therapist first, then the rest will take care of itself. So I'm trying to find ways to care for them, trying to find ways to care for our clients, because for many people, massage is medically necessary and we've been shut down. And trying to just kind of expand our reach, because, whether you're in Denton or New York City or Rome, Italy, like anywhere around the world, whether you're in Wuhan, we've all been affected by this. We'll continue to be affected by this. And I'm just hoping that our healing touch can reach each other virtually, and we can continue to care for each other during this time of, I want to say, physical distancing more than social distancing. So here we are.
Yes, we're being social right now, and it's a fun thing to do, isn't it?
Yeah.
Indeed. So that there is always this thing that draws us to do the kind of work we do. And so I'm curious, Amber, I think I have a sense of what drew you, but I'd love for our listeners to hear that story.
Of how I became a massage therapist?
Yeah.
Kind of on accident. Honestly, I didn't really have a whole lot of direction growing up. I just kind of knew I was going to go to college because that's just what you did when you graduated high school. So I went to college and I got a really fascinating degree it was just called liberal studies, and I studied peace studies, religious studies, women's studies, and environmental studies. Basically like how to smash the patriarchy 101, right? Which is fascinating. And then you graduate and guess who's hiring? It's the patriarchy. So I couldn't get a job anywhere. And moved around a little bit, volunteered for a couple of years through AmeriCorps and some other organizations. Eventually my husband and I landed in Boulder, Colorado, where he was going to grad school. And I was working at a preschool. And I really loved the babies, but I was making $9 an hour. And I had a college degree. And I'm like, this is not what I went to school for. I didn't really want to go back to school for anything because I still didn't really know what it was that I wanted to do. Here I was 23, 24 now, 25. I don't know. I was in my 20s. It was I was a grown up, and I still didn't know what I wanted to do. But I really was, I knew I needed to do something. And I just kind of started looking around to see what my immediate area and my community had to offer. And it turns out that one of the very best massage schools in the world was right there in Boulder, Colorado. So I had never gotten a professional massage before in my life, but I'm like, I think that's something I could do. I really like working with my hands. Mm-hmm. I love being with people. I love touching people. I'm always like hugging people and like massaging my friends' backs. Like even before I was a massage therapist, I just love That's my love language, is physical touch.
Mm-hmm.
And I've always been really interested in alternative methods of healing and wellness, and it just seemed to be a good fit. So I applied to school. I was accepted. I graduated with honors about a year later, and I've just been going ever since. That was back in 2004, and it's been the perfect career for me, because not only does it fit my personality and my interests, but my husband, after he graduated from grad school, we moved to the Netherlands for a few years, and I just brought my hands with me and started a business again. It's hard to start a business when you can't speak the language. But the great thing about being a massage therapist is once your client is on your table, like, they don't want to talk anyway. So it worked out. And then we moved to Denton about 10 years ago. We purchased a house intentionally for the floor plan, because it had a master suite that had a separate entrance. So we used that as my massage studio, and the rest of the house was our living space. And after a few years, I just became so busy. Pretty quickly, I got more clients than I had time in the day or energy for. And for a long time, I was referring them out to other places where I was getting massage, places that I knew that they'd be treated well. But the businesswoman in me realized pretty quickly that it would be better for me to refer them in-house. So I got the wheels started to set the wheels in motion I got an LLC, I got a website, I got a massage establishment license from the state of Texas. And then I started interviewing people. I hired one woman whose style was similar enough to my own that it would be an easy transition for my clients to see her on the days when I was busy. And then it just kind of took off from there. So we opened our storefront in 2013, just a couple miles from where I live now. And we've been going, hardcore ever since. Like, we're booked with a wait list. And in fact, up until the day that we were shut down by order of Governor Abbott, it was a Friday, and we were slammed. We had people calling to see if they could get in. People were stressed out because we were, really starting to hear more and more about this coronavirus. People were already kind of isolating at home and didn't have anyone to physically touch them. And that is a physiological need. There's lots of evidence that shows that physical touch actually boosts the immune system. Massage boosts the immune system by decreasing the stress and increasing the circulation, helps you sleep better at night. We already take extensive precautions anyway, because you can spread germs whether or not there's a coronavirus outbreak, and we're touching people. And so we're already taking great precautions anyway, really stepped that up. Just as a precaution, and we were booked completely on Friday, had a wait list all for the next week, and Governor Abbott said, sorry, you're closed. And so we've had to find a way to be creative and pivot during this time, and I think we're getting there. I don't want this to be the end of the road for Soma. I have worked my entire adult career, my entire adult life on building this business, and we provide a really valuable service to a lot of really hurting people. And so I don't want this to be the end of the road. So right now I'm trying to pivot so we can just at least pay our operating expenses until we can reopen, stay top of mind, and really care for people not only in Denton, but all around the world.
Indeed, indeed. And that's why, the smart money for any business is on being as visible as possible in any kind of downturn, especially one like this. And you all, Amber if you don't know her already, you should, because she is brilliant at organic marketing. It's amazing what she can.
Thanks, Dorothy. And thank you. I was voted most spirited cheerleader every season in high school. So when I get excited about something, I spread it I shout it literally from the mountaintops, because I want everyone to know about this really awesome thing. So it turns out being a cheerleader is pretty marketable when you're a business owner too.
It's a marketing skill. And you know what, you all, if you were not that person, those are skills that you can get better at. It's totally worth it. So, and being around Amber has been a real eye-opener for me, because, the science geeky type, physics and math, I was friendly, but I've learned a lot from Amber. So take it.
I've learned a lot from you too.
Oh, okay. Thank you. It's a mutual, darling. So, in the whole space of massage, what you're doing. Tell us what you're doing on your Patreon page.
Yeah, so we've recently we're making the pivot. We're shifting into a virtual massage studio, when literally the only thing you sell is physical touch, and that's, pardon the pun, off the table right now. You know, where do we go? What do we sell? We tried selling gift certificates, and we're letting people know too, any gift certificate purchases made during our closure, 10% of that is all going to go to the United Way, because we're a business that likes to pay it forward. We know that a strong community makes strong and healthy clients too. So any gift certificates purchased during this closure, 10% of that's going to go to the United Way to help them as well. And we sold, you know, quite a few gift certificates the first day or two, but that interest has kind of waned. Meanwhile, there's people out there asking about, like, hey, who's doing breakfast tacos? Tell me about Easter brunch. Like, how can I get this? You know, these. So the people still want to support their local businesses. But once they purchase that gift certificate, they're like, okay, I got my massage. Well, but you're getting takeout every weekend. Like,
Right.
is there some way that we could capitalize on this too, and make sure that we're staying top of mind for our clients, and making sure that they're thinking that not only that they're thinking of us, but letting them know that we're thinking of them too.
Right.
And so we made the shift to a Patreon page. It's patreon.com/Soma Denton, and it's a virtual massage studio. So every week I've been posting maybe 3 or 4 videos of different self-care tips that I have. This isn't my first rodeo. I've been doing this since 2004. Basically half my life I've been a massage therapist, and I want to make sure that I'm able to kind of share this information. So I've got, you know, relaxation techniques, some breath work, self-massage. Next week I'm going to be shifting into partner massage. I told my husband he's got to bust out the massage table and be my guinea pig for a couple of sessions. He's like, well, okay. So I'm going to demonstrate to people who are fortunate enough to be in isolation with another person, different ways that they can, you know, massage each other. I've done, you know, do-it-yourself reflexology for sinus pressure. When you're not allowed to touch your face anymore and your allergies are going on high, how do you relieve your sinus pressure? Well, you can do it through massaging the reflex points on your feet. Stuff like this. And we've only been at it now for a couple of weeks. So we've been closed for 3 weeks. The first week, I freaked out. I didn't know what to do. I didn't qualify for unemployment. I didn't know how I was going to make this pivot. I was thinking all these thoughts about the end of the world. And so the first week, I didn't do anything but just survive, right? The second week, I started making the shift. I started creating these videos, putting them out on Facebook and on our YouTube channel. And in the meantime, in the background, was working on building out this Patreon page, which now is live, and people anywhere around the world can sign up to support it. So right now there's 2 different levels. One is just $10 a month, just to throw a little money our way, saying, hey, we appreciate you. We want to see you on the other side. When you sign up at that level, then you'll get, when we reopen, you'll get a free upgrade at your next massage. Maybe it's hot stones, cupping, sports, whatever it is. So, you know, so support us for $10 for 1 month, and you'll get 1 upgrade. Support us for $10 for 3 months, you get 3 upgrades. People who don't live in Denton and want to support us anyway, they can donate those upgrades maybe to a nurse or a teacher or someone that they think has been really vital in helping society not crumble during this time, right?
And that is so important. I cannot imagine the stress levels of our first line responders in the hospitals, the doctors, the nurses, you know, the staff, the janitors. Good grief.
Yeah. And we're looking out for those people too. So people can always purchase a gift certificate to donate to them. And there's instructions on how to do that on our website. But if they want to sign up to be a Patreon patron or supporter of Soma, the $10 a month just shows their appreciation and gives someone an upgrade at a future session. But then the next level up is really where the good stuff happens. It's $25 a month. And think about, you know, when you're buying takeout from a restaurant this weekend, how much money are you spending there? Maybe you think about, and that's just for 1 meal, and it's great. Continue to support your local businesses, but that's just 1 meal. So for $25 a month, you get unlimited access to all these self-care videos that I've been creating. I've been putting out 3 or 4, as I said, each week, and I'll continue to do that for the duration of this closure. If it seems like there's still a need for this, and there's, like, you know, rolling closures elsewhere in the country, then I'll continue making more videos, because I want to make sure that we're caring for people. And that's a complete video access of the whole archives of everything we've created. So you could have your 1 meal from your local restaurant, or you could have a month's worth of self-care videos And then eventually, when we're able to meet our operating costs, and I've said there's information on our Patreon page too, kind of what our goal is at. Once we meet that goal, then I'm going to unlock the next level, where for $50 a month, they'll get the upgrade, they'll get the videos, and then they'll get a half-hour Zoom call with one of our massage therapists to talk about what their needs are. You know, how you doing? Like, let's check in. Let's talk about your nutrition. Let's talk about your stretching. Let's talk about your level of activity. Let's see if you need some help, you know, with some self-massage. Show me what you've got around the house. Maybe you've got a tennis ball or a Theracane or an ice pack or whatever it is that we can use to kind of coach you through some self-massage techniques and some self-care until we get to the other side of this. And so and then that extra $25, when you're at that $50 level, right, that $25 then will go directly to my therapist, because they're the ones doing the work, and I want to make sure that we're really taking care of them.
Oh, yes, definitely. And so we want to get to that base
Yeah.
of covering the costs
Yeah.
first, because not only do you need to cover those costs for you, but your landlord is a local businesswoman too. And
she is, yeah.
Keep her building, doesn't she?
Yes, she does. She runs a dance studio and rents the space out regularly to different groups. Well, groups can't gather right now, so she can't rent out her space. She can't be teaching her dance classes, and I really want to make sure that she can keep her building, because we rent from her. So if she loses her building, we lose our space. So it benefits. By supporting Soma, we're continuing to support not only the therapist, but also absolutely both of my landlords. I have 2 spaces here, and I want to make sure that they're both good financial shape, so that when we reopen, they're still here for us too.
Yeah, yeah. And I will tell you, you all, I used to run a real estate investing business, and it was the first business that I ever opened on my own. And I had a ton of fun in that, but there are some really big players who are cash rich and looking to snap up, local businesses. And on the other side, no telling what those rents are going to be, but they're snapping them up at pennies on the dollar. So we've got all kinds of really good, and that's their business model. That's their business to decide. But we've got all kinds, no matter whether you're in Denton or any town in Texas or around the world. It is important to support our local businesses and our local newspapers, because nobody else is going to tell the story of where you live.
I agree 100%. Yes. And though I've temporarily lost my job and I'm not making any income right now, I'm still a supporter. I still subscribe to our local newspaper. I subscribe to the Dallas Morning News. I subscribe to the Washington Post and the New York Times, because I think it's really important that we get reliable news. It's so fantastic. So we live in Little Denton, Texas. Not so little anymore, but it's still pretty little. And we have a 7-day-a-week newspaper. Like, that's remarkable. So I still support the Denton Record Chronicle, and I'm a proud subscriber of that. And even though I've lost my job and my income, I'm still going to subscribe to them, because I think and to my local businesses. We just ordered out from our favorite Thai restaurant. Last week, I got delivery of wine from my favorite wine shop. This weekend we're talking about breakfast tacos and mimosas. So if I'm going to ask people to support my local business, I need to be able to pay that out to the rest of the community too. So it can't just be a one-way street.
Exactly. And so, one of the things that tell us how to get to that Patreon page again.
Yes, it's Patreon. So patreon.com/Soma Denton.
/Soma Denton. SOMA Denton.
Yes. Yes, exactly. Yep. Like my shirt. Yeah.
I know before we hit the record button, you were showing me something that looked like a tennis ball.
Yeah. So we have some, as I said, in addition to the stretches and the relaxation techniques, we've got some self-massage videos. I just released one yesterday using a washcloth, a simple washcloth. So the tools you have just laying around the house that you can use to massage yourself. So here I have a tennis ball. Yeah. It doesn't have to say Soma on it. It's better if it does, but if it doesn't, this is honestly just a tennis ball. You can also purchase therapy balls or lacrosse balls. I like the tennis ball because it's inexpensive and it's forgiving, because it's kind of squishy. And there's different ways that you can massage it. You can place it, on your shoulder and back up against a wall or a chair, you know, and to kind of roll up and down the wall. You can place it at the bottom of your foot, right? And then roll your foot along the ground so that the ball massages the bottom of your foot. You could put 2 balls in a gym sock and place it at the base of your neck to get those spots there. So there's lots of different ways, and I'll be demonstrating more of this. I haven't done any tennis ball videos yet, but there's plenty of time because we're in quarantine for who knows how long. So I'll definitely be putting out some videos with a tennis ball. But yes, I mean, just simple things, just laying around the house. As I said yesterday, I did a video with a terry cloth washcloth to massage your forearm, and I showed some myofascial release techniques using a terry cloth washcloth and your other hand. So, you know, it's not the same as getting a professional massage therapist to kind of, you know, stick her elbow right in there and kind of work out those kinks. But it's what we've got for now, and anything we can do to keep ourselves healthy and grounded, keep the circulation going, keep the breath going, is going to benefit you, not only your stress level, but support your immune system too, which is very important right now.
Very important right now. So this is absolutely great. I've learned a bunch about what to do with the tennis ball already.
Yeah.
One thing I used a tennis ball is like as an sometimes I'll get a little like knot in, you know, on at my lower back on one side or the other. And so I use that as kind of an acupressure technique.
Absolutely. Yep. Use it.
And my
use it in your glutes, you know, for sciatic pain. Absolutely. There's 100 uses for a tennis ball. We'll be doing a whole bunch of videos just on that.
Good.
Yeah.
So you all, this and more, because as much as you would love to go to your massage therapist, no matter where you are on planet Earth, that is probably not available to you right now. So jump on that Patreon page. That's patreon.com/Soma Denton, and all one word. And you know, jump in. I'm going to be jumping in on that right after this, and I can't wait to see how it is that that we could do. And one of the things that Amber and I were talking about is so important for any business is to make sure that you are visible during this down time. And we're going to be talking soon with a wonderful marketing guru here in Denton, Randy Skinner. And I'm sure she'll say yes.
Yes, she'll say yes. She's amazing.
She is absolutely amazing. Yeah. And you know, the businesses who make it through are businesses that understand the moment. They speak to the challenges of the moment, and they are very visible and do provide every service that they can really creatively through the tough time, so that you are positioned on the other side to really take off. The businesses that don't do that, you know, they come slow out of the gate when the challenging time is done, and they never really recover. And that's not what I want for you. I want you to be a blast out business and to really support your local community and the businesses that make it so much fun. What do you want to say as we're wrapping up, Amber?
Oh my goodness, I'm just so grateful for this opportunity. Not only is it nice to just connect with a friend, because I think the word social distancing is not accurate. I think it's physical distancing. It's really what we need to be doing, but we really need to stay socially connected and really be intentional with our relationships and our conversations. So as your friend, thank you for connecting with me during this time and spending an afternoon with me. I'm very grateful. As a fellow business owner, I'm also really grateful for the opportunity to kind of amplify the work that we're doing here. And so thank you also for this opportunity. And for anyone else, I mean, Soma massage therapy, like, it is literally our business to care for people. 100%. That is what we are in the business of doing. So if you've never been here before, or you are a steady client, either way, I mean, if there is something you need, please reach out to us. We are here, whether you need to help run an errand, drop something off on your front porch, or just need, a friendly voice to talk to. We are in the business of caring for each other. So in addition to checking out our Patreon page, please let us know what it is you need, because I think now more than ever, we need to really be leaning into these social connections that we have and really looking out for each other, not only as massage therapists, but just as humans.
Yes.
We're all in this together. And so if there's anything that y'all need, please reach out and let us know.
And y'all means all. So whoever is
Y'all.
hearing this, it means you. Okay, Amber, you are just a light in the darkness every time.
How mutual. I love you so much, Dorothy. Thank you so much for this.
You bet. You all, bye for now, and go to that Patreon / Soma
Soma Denton.
Okay, bye for now.